Yeah, 4 right, 3 down. Oh well, it's time to split the chicks. Yeah. Tackle diabetes to the ground on the soccer pitch. I've had a go potting one of these up. Let's go for Spot Cullen. We're on Spot Cullen. And yeah, it's starting to get some weird things at the side here. Like, I don't know if that's going to put out a root or I just broke it off. I don't know. In there, but we'll see. Anyway, back to normal. 49 area. So getting the old mix made up. We've got a bucket here with a slot, not a long slot, but a slot that's bigger than the ones in the buckets because it's a bigger bucket. We're going to need a bigger boat sort of thing. Got one ready with there. You can actually have polystyrene on the bottom as long as you put some newspaper, cellulose material, tissue stuff across the top. As long as it's got like half the width of the toweling along the sides to cover the centre of everything. You then slowly you put your peat around the outside, but and then plonk it in and then build it up, and then it becomes quite firm, as you can see. No movement there, sort of thing. So yeah, so I'm going to split the chicks. I was hoping to put that in a brown pot to offset this this brown pot here to bring out the browns of this, but I might want to split it and put half into the blue one, so the blue offsets the brown of the pictures later on in the season. I've got this flava in there that looks like it could be split into two, but I'll probably want to keep it as one. Put it in the blue pot so the yellow flava really stands out, sort of thing. Got a couple of Lukes, that special one in that Luke hybrid one, which seems to be on the front cover, Gordon Shears 1. I believe that one looks very similar. Yeah, you keep looking at the front cover and think, oh Jesus, that's almost identical to that one, the one that was on the side there. So I'll probably do that today. Put most of it into that and into that one sort of thing with this mixture sort of thing. This one will top that one up over there, and then this one will I think only Gideon will believe this, but that chap with is it a Lupio person or something, Dr. blah 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 Lupio, or a big long name, about 4 names or something. He said, these fish, these minnows or something over in North Carolina, I know that they live and prefer brackish, they're facultative, I suppose, for brackish water sort of thing. And only Gideon would believe that there's that much salt in that bucket there with that moss, with that peat in there mixture, that there's that much salt. So that bloke there talking about the minnows, Dr. Lupio, whatever his name was, big long name, give yourself a pat on the back. You're absolutely correct. There is a salt connection, so and for other people too, so they have to give themselves a big pat on the back. You're absolutely correct. All these other people were telling you porkies. I think the whole of our I think most of the European stuff works on one pathway, and I think Australia and South Africa and other things work on this secondary pathway. And I think the Aussie horticultural industry has been on this second pathway for years. And you just would not believe the amount of pushback I had as a younger self. Whenever you brought up salt and CPs, stuff like that out in the bush, that looks brackish, or blah blah blah, that looks salty, or I reckon there's some connection with CPs and CP related plants and salt sort of thing. And the amount of pushback you would get, especially from people who work subsidiary in the industry sort of thing, it's like shush, no, don't say anything, blah 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 blah. I think they were on a money for jam routine for years, and it just explains now the amount of pushback I had and other people. So, sir, your comment about the minnows over in the small streams and rivulets in North Carolina in flytrap country, you were right on the money, sir. Give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. So, so you'll be chuffed when and we get to the end of the journey, we start growing fly traps with 4-inch traps. We'll probably be in about the next 2 years' time, because as I said, I'm trying to head through a blue fly trap with brownish, so it's had like chalky, or had the chalky brownish leaves here and there on the petioles, and we'll have the red in the traps should go blue if it's cyanophyta related sort of thing. So yeah, we'll see how we go. People might say it's a pipe dream, but I've already shown you that you could, in previous videos, that you can get the cyanophyta organism in the bottle to go blue, a true blue. You know, this sort of, you know, you can go back to, I put the video up on in my you know, my key what do you call it, window thumbnail. You know, a few months ago I had it there for a week or so. You know, I took it from a previous year or something, stuck it there for a few weeks or so, just so people could watch it again, sort of thing, you know, and see all the bottles. And I'm going to go back to that and do it all again, and